before we start this episode of the Inspired Disorder podcast, go buy some official Inspired Disorder merch at inspireddisorder.com/Etsy, ETSY. And you can save 25% for a limited time through the end of this month by using coupon code INSPIRED2016. Get 25% off everything sold there, like artwork, T-shirts, the official Diseasy shirt, the official IDP shirt.
I'm wearing that shirt.
He's wearing that shirt, which you will see if you're watching the video. There's also prints and 40 sacks and all kinds of other shit. So go to inspireddisorder.com/Etsy and save 25%. Coupon code INSPIRED2016. Also, because it is the season, 'tis the season, and you may not want to buy any of my shit, you can buy basically everything else through Amazon using our Amazon link, inspireddisorder.com/Amazon. And as a thank you for listening to our show or watching our show, you get 30 days free of Amazon Prime service. Gives you fast shipping, 2-day shipping for free. Gift packaging options
get it right
are
now,
available.
It lasts you through the new year.
Yeah, it's great for the holidays if you already haven't gotten it.
You get the Christmas, and then New Year's, you still got shit you can watch, and then after that, you can be like, fuck this, or I want to keep it.
I mean, I've had Prime service for years, only for the shipping, and now you have a bunch of movies, a bunch of TV shows, and there's all kinds of deals going on because it's the end of the year. I just got a new TV, which I got through Amazon Prime, showed up a couple days ago. It's got the Amazon app on it, so I can watch all kinds of shit. They got a bunch of HBO shows, a bunch of original content, a bunch of movies, all the same stuff that gets rotated through Netflix. Like, if it's not on Netflix anymore, it's probably on Amazon Prime. So get 30 days free, Amazon Prime, inspireddisorder.com/Prime. And we're going to expedite this show with 2-day shipping. I don't know.
This is starting. I think we're starting.
We're starting.
That's how it starts.
Push it with your dick, dude.
It worked!
I am Ray Taylor.
I clearly don't have a regular job.
I was never really into comic books growing up. Like, I was a geek.
Well, you should tell your face that, because you look exactly like
I do.
Watch the fights.
Fuck yeah, I watch the fights.
I'm Keith Spurlock.
I watch every kind of pornography.
I said,
all right, to counteract my cancer that I'm giving myself, I smoke weed after every cigarette.
What were we just fucking talking about?
And this is the Inspired Disorder podcast.
I'm not going to allow you to have an opinion on this just because you're wrong.
Is anyone else's podcast about like jerking off and UFC?
Da, 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 da. I thought there was like smoke or something. I was like, what's over there?
I'm waving
That's just
high.
how Keith waves now. Practicing for the new 2017. Sorry. That's one of your what are those things called? Resolutions. New Year's resolution.
To wave like this.
I'm going to wave differently. I'm changing up the waving game.
Maybe it'll catch on.
Maybe. I mean, just like seeing what does catch on with the kids and just internet in general, that could be a thing. That could easily just be a thing.
Be the new thing.
That's just how people wave now.
Yeah.
That's horrible, people. This is the kind of reality we're living in where Keith adds to our culture by doing just some random
Think
weird
about
thing.
if that catches on with like fat older ladies, because then they're like under.
It's a double wave.
Yeah, like they'll be really flapping.
Your sweater kind of does it a little
bit.
There was one of the fighters that we're going to watch later that we already reviewed on our last episode. How confusing that statement is. When he waved, the guy fighting Demetrius, when he was waving on the scale at the fake weigh, I think it was the fake weigh-ins. He had flabby arm.
At 125?
Maybe he was like one of those guys that lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Like Bam Bam? Was that the kid's name?
There's
some kid, like baby-faced kid. He looked young as shit, but he had lost like 300 pounds or something.
That was,
He did
Joe Riggs.
Nah, well,
Joe Riggs used to be
somebody
like
else.
400 pounds or something, and then got all the way down to
he's one of them too.
170.
There was a kid that was on the show, super baby face looking kid.
Kind of had a mohawk. Was a jiu-jitsu guy.
That guy too. There's a few of them.
Because he was real.
Yeah, he was super cocky. Did not do well. He got his ass kicked.
He did all right. He had some decent fights.
And yeah, well,
He didn't last long, but
he wasn't one of them that lasted. Yeah, the other one didn't last either. I swear his nickname was like Bam Bam or something. He was like just this Aryan-looking baby-faced kid.
I know who
There's
you're
been so
talking
many.
about.
There's been so many. But yeah,
he
that's
was on
a
the
weird
comeback.
It's a weird. Yeah. He came back. He was gone for a while, and then he came back.
And that his
But I
fucking
think he
name
lost.
was
Robert Paulson.
no fuck. That'll bother me. Never mind.
Yeah. It's not even a Fight Talk episode. But yeah, if you want to improve your wave game, follow Keith. And I mean, why not? Trump's president. Why not? Keith is a way better option. Follow him. Never thought I'd ever say that. That's first on the show. Something I never thought I would say.
I mean, this year we both became old enough to become president, which is like
You have to be 35?
they have to be 35.
Wow. That's a job I don't want.
No, but we do.
Just in general
We
politics.
do now. That's like one of the last birthdays to
It's
look
sad.
forward to. Like,
It's sad that I feel smarter than two of I don't know how many presidents have been in office while I've been alive. I don't know the math. But for sure two recently that I'm like, oh, I'm way smarter than those guys.
or just common sense wise, it's like, oh, you what?
Trump might be smart in some way. He's probably really savvy in some ways, like
Oh, I'm sure
fucking
he
people on
is,
deals and shit, like knowing all the loopholes where you can just fuck people. But yeah, it's for sure Bush too. The sequel?
Yeah, that
Retard. He was a retard.
Bush 2 Electric Boogaloo was.
Now they just put him in a room
And
so
he paints.
He's safe.
He's getting better at painting.
I mean, he also
His first paintings were terrible, and
Yeah.
he is actually getting better at painting. It like
well, fucking Hitler painted
his
too.
dad's still alive. How is that possible? Like, but even the second Bush is like damn near 80. His dad
Well,
is
he
fucking
knows-
126.
He just doesn't want to have to leave his shit to his retard.
Oh,
kids,
and he's
I'm
looking
sure.
like a
He's like,
goblin.
I can't die.
The first
unless I
Bush
have my
looks like a
shit."
fucking goblin now because he's that
gotta be
old.
old.
And
I
he's
don't
in a
think I've seen him
wheelchair,
in
and he's
forever.
just like.
They're all dying.
He looks like
fucking-
Lopan from Big Trouble in Little China.
Jesus.
He's looking rough.
Does he have the hat too? Did he have the hat?
No,
Lopan?
Lopan.
Can't remember.
When he
Lopan.
was in his wheelchair, like, and then he's the big tall dude, like the main bad guy.
He's got the stereotypical
But-
beard thing. I thought, didn't he have like the Raiden hat? Weren't
No,
there Raiden
the-
scenes with him, or is that somebody
There's
else?
the three other dudes, his
Oh,
henchmen,
right.
wore the Raiden
For
hats.
some reason, I know we just watched it recently too, and I'm not picturing. I blocked it out. I was like, I can't remember this. Can't. It looks like George
Well,
Senior.
Yeah, Jesus, George.
rest alive. Yeah. Anyway, it's fucking the world we live in.
Something.
But it's been a kind of bummer week for me. I went to go on I think it was Wednesday. I was gonna go to the park to test out my new Enchroma glasses, to do like the reaction shot, the YouTube whatever. And my van didn't start, so I have a little portable jumper thing, and that was dead. So I brought it inside to charge it, and still no go. So it's not a battery issue, which I'm for sure used to. It's been a while because my truck that I had
Yeah.
2 cars ago, the battery would die all the time. It has so many electric issues. But anyway, so fucking I don't know. And the window's been broken for about a year. Hopefully, it just doesn't cost much. That's what I'm worried about.
It depends on what it is. If it's
For
an
sure.
alternator, might
I can't
not
imagine.
be terrible.
I can't imagine
Or
much of
starter's
them
not
being that
terrible.
much. Yeah, as long as it's one of those things, not like an engine thing, which I don't think it would. It shouldn't
The
be.
window would probably cost more than whatever fucking.
I'm fine with that. I'm good with as long as things. I remember when I moved into my condo, which was the most stressful year of my life. Like just trying to find a condo for a year, the relationship I was in, that room I was renting from, and what the drama that was going on in their house. My transmission went out on my truck, the same truck that had battery issues. It was like I could get, or the clutch went out. The clutch went out. Because it'd take forever to get into first. Like I'd be at work on the freeway by the time I got up enough RPMs to or get into second. Actually, no, just to let into first. is horrible. And there's like, not cheap.
I
like
had my
$1,000
clutch go
something.
out like as I was driving,
Yeah.
and it would not let me shift into any other gear, and so I had to drive home in first gear.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was just across town and back. It was back where I used to live. So
First gear is better than like fifth. It's like, well, if you can't get into fifth, good luck.
yeah,
You're not starting back up.
Still, first gear is just winding out, and you can't go
slow as fuck.
Yeah, you got to go like 15, or else you're gonna fucking blow your engine up.
Yeah.
So I'm like just creeping, and then I'm like fucking, like, at every like I couldn't go to a complete stop either.
Yeah, you had to keep going.
I had to keep going,
Yeah.
like, and there's stop signs and lights, and so like I just had to like time it of how I was rolling into it. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, it's red now, so I just got to let off everything
That'd
and
be a
hope I
nightmare
don't.
here.
Oh Jesus, you'd be fucked.
Yeah, because I was like thinking about doing that in San Diego.
And there's
That'd
not
be
a lot of
horrible.
places to pull the fuck over here either.
Well, I mean, we're kind of in more dense place.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, you can
yeah.
get on a side street, but even
on
then,
Colorado.
can't
There's
fucking
not
park
really
nowhere.
anything. Its houses are right
Yeah.
up. I mean, on parts anyway. Yeah, it's mine. I remember my friend Rochelle and her boyfriend, her baby daddy. They borrowed my truck to do something, and it was when the clutch, and they had to like, there was like hill, like there was like a stoplight on a hill or some shit. Kept stalling, because it's like I could do it just because
because it's your shit.
It literally took. I remember when it first went out. I was going to a Chili Pepper concert, like in probably 06, and then by 08, it was completely like I just got used to dealing with it.
Yeah, it's like your Nintendo.
Yeah.
Everyone could work their Nintendo.
Yeah.
But if you went to a buddy's house,
Yeah.
he had a whole different system, but it worked for his system.
It's like the rig in Mad Max. It's like there's a whole sequence of shit, and you're the only one that knows it because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I figured one day that I had to switch this thing.
You could
and
jiggle
then I
it
had to
right
fucking
here,
do
and you
this.
cram it over,
Yeah.
and then you fucking put one hand in the air, and you go.
It was hilarious though when they got back, and I think shortly after that I had to get it because like it took me. I couldn't get up to speed on the freeway anymore. It's like, oh, I should probably get this fixed now, I guess. And I had that happen, and I had gone to a dentist in forever because one of my teeth was just falling apart, and it was right when they stopped. My insurance stopped covering a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Because big companies treat employees like shit. Doesn't matter. So I had to pay basically full price
So
for
about
the
the
thing.
numbers at the end of the day, not your employees. Duh.
Oh no, it's about their bonus. Yeah, it's about their bonus checks. Yeah,
about
for
the
sure.
numbers at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's not. I don't fuck them. Fuck Costco. You can suck my dick, Costco. How about that? You can. I hope your business goes under. Although we're living in, it's gonna own the world eventually, because they're like the only company that's like not as shitty as the other one. So people suck their dick.
I envision Costco as an entity watching this, just rolling around in money, going, "I'm doing just fine, Ray."
I see. I mean, the CEOs, all they do is go on tour to all the different warehouses and eat hot dogs, with their fat, soft hands because they've never done anything in their life. So I see the people that roll around in their money. I'm not too worried about it. I literally see the CEO and VPs of the company tour. That's all I do is tour around.
They come to your store, pull out a little baby pool, fill it with money,
Yeah.
just roll around in it in front of you. Yay!
Yeah.
And then they get up to make a speech, and they go, "Thank you for allowing us the privilege of rolling around in our money.
Yeah.
Good job." And then they just leave.
No, then they're
They're
like,
like,
bring me the most senior employee. And then they put a bullet in his head because like, we just cut $70,000 because of this senior employee.
Magically $70,000 appears in their hands right after they shoot him, like in a video game. It was like, blink,
And then they're like, throw it on the pile
throw it
again.
in the pile,
And then they roll in it again.
and then they pick up their pool and they leave.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fuck them. Fuck all those fucking pieces of shit CEOs. Like, that's the thing with this Dakota pipeline thing. It's like, if there's some savage motherfuckers out there, why don't they just go start executing CEOs and VPs? Instead of just getting hosed down by our government in like 20-degree weather with water. Getting their arms blown off with like fucking
flashbang grenades.
yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Oh, and I like the people who just defending. They're like, well, they had plenty of time to fucking do this, even though this pipeline was diverted from a very white town.
Yeah, well,
and onto the outskirts of the Standing Rock tribe, like, because some of the arguments, like, it's not even on their land, it's just close, and then it's just a bunch of people. Well, a lot of those people, you know who those people are,
can fucking shut the fuck up.
Are
How
people
about
who
that?
are just like trolling because they found that that's a new fun thing
they
for them to do.
Oh, it's okay to be an asshole now. It's a quarter of our country wants assholes in charge, so I can be an asshole now. It gives the green light now that I can see that color better. The fucking everybody's like, oh well, fuck it. Look at our role model. Look at the person that's in charge of the fucking country now. The standards of what Americans need to hold themselves to is way lowered. Like, you can be like, we are like high level elite, like good behaving people according to what's gonna happen, what's happening.
Yeah,
like people, like, it's totally cool to have these, like, this alt-right thing. They should just call them the Nazi Party.
Yeah,
but
I hate
the Nazi, the neo-Nazis of the 2016 that are like just, they're finally, all these years they've had to like hide. They've been in the closet. The racism has been, they can when they're around their friends, they could be racist as they want. Sometimes in public,
I saw someone
out.
trying to defend that by when that video came out of that alt-right thing, and they're all throwing the Hitler salute and hailing Trump. Yeah. Someone's like, this is fucked up. There's two alt-rights. These people are just ridiculous. No, that is the alt-right.
It's part of what,
That's been the whole thing. Yeah. You're just too dumb to know that you were siding with racists who were just using code words.
People are really good at overlooking
These
shit.
same people were like, I'm a fucking Tea Partier. I'm a libertarian. There went libertarian, then it went Tea Party, then it went, now it's alt-right. And pretty soon it's just going to be full-on fucking Nazis again.
It's going to be the right regime. The Reich right. It's weird times, man. It's not even.
I hope that we're just being we're being goofy and shit, but it could get there.
It's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad. It's not gonna be good. Like, everybody's like, oh, maybe it'll be good. Why? Why is it gonna be good? I don't know. Show me any sign of anything going good. Anything going good?
Well, he
Who's
just
he
bribed
putting, like, good people in positions.
He just bribed that fucking company in Indiana to keep 700
he
jobs.
Owns, I guess.
What?
I don't know if he owns it, but he's like an investor. We don't know where he makes his
True.
money, so we have zero idea. There is zero public knowledge of who he owns because he never disclosed his taxes, so we don't know where the fuck his money comes from. But yeah, he's not doing anything good for anybody else. Oh, an air conditioning manufacturer. Thank you. Now we have jobs in America again. No, you just gave them money. They're probably still going to fire people. They're just going to have the workers that they keep do twice as much work, while they're investing in robots. I mean, robots are taking over everything.
And it's not...
it's going to be hilarious because
we've talked about it a bunch before, though. It infuriates me when people bring up I'll see a meme. Thanks to your $15 fucking protest or whatever for minimum wage, these fast food places are going automated. Are you fucking dumb?
Yeah.
You don't think that they were going that way anyway? You think that we keep people because we can afford them, but if that robot literally cost probably less than what you get paid in a year, and it never takes a fucking break. And it takes one person to fucking maintenance all of them.
The company that made the robot maintenance the robot. Yeah. Because you go to any food establishment, guess who does the maintenance on the soda machines? Fucking Coca-Cola reps or Pepsi reps. So it's the company that's selling these robots to McDonald's or whatever. Like McDonald's they'll probably have somebody in a room somewhere, just like for on-site maintenance. Like any maintenance, like McDonald's isn't going to be paying for maintenance. I mean, they'll probably pay the company or whatever their contract.
Well, if you've ever worked at a place like McDonald's, literally there is no reason to have a fucking person take your order. I could literally turn
people
the
are
fucking
stupid,
screen around.
Yeah, but I've seen employees at McDonald's have hard times.
Yeah.
And I know those people shop too.
But I'm saying, like, you could just turn the screen around.
Well, that's what they do
If you
now.
just cleaned it up, like, now it's just straight pictures.
Yeah.
So people don't get fucking confused. But I'm saying, it literally, I mean, that's why a lot of young kids work there, is because they can fucking beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
It fucking, it's easy. Yeah. So if you're telling me, like, there's already, even when I worked there at 16, we had like an automated fry thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
The
most shit's
you
automated.
just load a bunch of fucking fry baskets and then the thing fucking does it itself.
It's stupid. Everything. I mean, driving, like everybody that's like an Uber or Lyft driver, don't count on that being an income for that long, because they're already. I mean, Uber's testing out self-driving cars. So as soon as they it's just eventually it's going to go everywhere. You can complain all you want. Trump's not going to bring America back unless really bad shit happens.
He'd outlaw
like we turn
driverless cars.
He turns us into a North Korea or some shit. But yeah, it's going to happen. You're not going to have, garbage trucks are going to be automated. I mean, most of that it's just a claw anyway that goes up. Except
you seen
for
like
a
the
few
Amazon
guys.
warehouses?
Yeah, that's all getting
automated.
Yeah, it's all any job that, like, most jobs people have,
these things
are
were
going
happening.
to be gone.
That's where technology is taking us anyway. And when people are like, we're fucking losing jobs,
So
you're going to keep losing those manufacturing jobs because fucking robots are going to do them.
Yeah.
And then guess what? They're coming for the fast food jobs. There's only going to be a few fucking things robots really won't be able to do. So, and then what? People are going to freak out because guess what? We're going to have to go to full-on socialism and give motherfuckers money because there won't be jobs.
How dare you?
It's going to be the fucking the long and short of it. If you want to resist it as long as you can,
and
but
our
the population's
going
to keep going up. The fucking robots are going to keep fucking
it's
coming.
Everybody's stupid. I mean, here's the thing. The one thing that could change it in a bad way is like, oh, well then, if enough people are angry that robots are taking their job, then Trump will be like, well,
outlaw robots.
Here we go. Yeah, he'll fucking like, oh, well, that's great. So,
any company that uses zero technology or robots, I will give a fucking $1 billion to.
I don't know. It's
from the American taxpayer money.
Yeah, it's gonna be like if we had Bernie, at least we'd be transitioning into a society where the government is set up in a way to actually take care of the people.
To help us, not hinder us.
Yeah.
Like, there's still, hey, you're still spending a shit ton of money, assholes, but it doesn't help us at all.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be
buying those planes
that
still don't work for those billions of dollars, and the tanks that almost every general is like, we don't need any more fucking tanks.
Yeah, well, it's like they run out of toner, they get rid of their printer because toner comes with a new printer,
and then fucking and
they have to spend the money in the budget because if they don't get that money next
There's
time.
a plant in Ohio that employs maybe 300 people.
Yeah, for now.
Has for a long time.
Yeah,
and
for now.
All the generals are like, no, we don't need no more fucking tanks. But the lobbyists and the constituents of that get it fucking pushed through every goddamn time.
Yeah.
So they have to keep making more tanks.
Yeah. Well, that's any business that has a government contract wants to do everything not to have to give up that government contract. So if you're a factory in the United States and they're paying you to make shit, they're not going to be paying you to make anything other than tanks. It's like you can make tanks or you can watch the building get closed down and then go find new jobs. Like that's it. The government, that's where we're building. I mean, World War II, all the manufacturing went to manufacturing fucking shit. Now they have their own manufacturing plants. And
it's so fucking weird, though.
I'm just glad I'm like when things go bad, it's not going to impact me because I don't have any money in like stocks. I don't have 401k anymore. Like, I don't have real estate. So it's when everything goes bad again. Because I mean, just technology. I don't care who's fucking president. Just technology coming in and taking everybody's job. There's going to be more unemployed people. Just like the reason when all the companies fucking fired everybody
Well,
in 08.
imagine how pissed off the fucking horse and buggy makers were when the fucking auto industry came out.
Fucking
Put that
typewriters.
whole fucking
fucking
business
cassette.
out. Yeah.
Laserdisc
Oh,
I mean,
the sons of bitches.
hey, slavery.
Yeah.
Shit doesn't work out sometimes, and we just turn them into prisons. It's yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucking. It's.
But when people resist that change because they're like, well, what about these people's jobs? Sometimes you got to fucking change with the times. Like, the people crying about
Remember how phones?
coal
There was
jobs.
a bunch
Yeah,
of
the
chicks
switchboards.
plugging shit in.
Yeah.
They don't exist any. Like all those clips, they're all fired. And well, dead too. But there's maybe a few. I wonder if there's still ladies.
I
Like,
bet I used to run the switchboard
you
like
should
nobody's
see me plug
business.
shit. I could go.
I'd be running 12 lines at once.
And one of them was my own, the first sex line.
Oh, I used to make everyone come all over themselves.
Yep. So good. Yeah. So fucking government.
So how'd the glasses work, man? You put them on and shit.
It's like I haven't really had a chance to, because it gets dark at like 4:30.
yeah.
So, and I've worn them on walks where I'm wearing them in the morning. So there's definitely more sunlight when I'm taking Izzy for a walk. But for sure, pinks, like anything with red in it, stands out more. Like orange, way darker, way more darker. Pink almost seems like a hot neon pink. Like they did a bunch of construction right by the firehouse.
Yeah.
So there's like a bunch of
there's
spray
pink marks
paint
all
everywhere.
over the
Yeah.
road.
Those things just kind of look the super dull without the glasses. With the glasses on, it's like it looks like neon, like the yellow neon signs and shit like that. But oranges look darker, more neon. But it's weird because
Can
it
you
just
tell the
makes
difference
everything
between
look
blue
better.
and purple now?
Probably. I don't know. I haven't. It's like hard to test things out.
Yeah.
Like I know things look different, but it's like I'll look at things like, okay, like what color am I looking at? Like it's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I like them. I haven't worn them. Like I'm not wearing them now. I don't wear them all the time. I mean, they are sunglasses. But yeah, I've started to wear them, and they definitely. I mean, just it makes everything. It definitely makes all the colors just more vibrant. Like a lot of colors are not super washed out, but it's like much more washed out just normally. And then when I put the glasses on, it's like, it's like going from the old projector to the new projector. How much like everything pops more. But for sure, like oranges, like in these balloons. Those two. Which is really weird. Because, like, looking at these, like, they're so similar. It's so weird.
And they're not.
No, not at all.
So vastly different in orange and green.
So this is the green one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this gets way darker. Because right now, they look like just how light this is. Like, this is darker, right? Just overall, if you were to go black and white on both of these, this would look darker?
No, that's
Maybe?
a darker tone.
Really?
Orange is a light. Like
oranges look like everything with red in it looks like darker. Like I think it just amplifies a lot of the red.
I put on your glasses and like even though the prescription kind of fucks with me, like the orange to me was way brighter than I even see orange. Like it just fucking
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I mean I can tell orange but I know that's orange and not green.
Yeah,
I'm not
but here's
fucking
the
weird
fucked
with
up
that.
thing.
But
Like
this is weird to me.
You know how hunters wear those bright orange vests out hunting because deer are colorblind and can't. So that makes sense that you have trouble with orange and green because a deer has the exact same thing where they can't see the hunter's vest because it
but
blends.
I could see a hunter's vest. I wouldn't.
But
like,
I'm
the
saying
orange on a vest
I'm
is
saying
like-
that's the
I don't even know.
comparative of like they're more colorblind.
Way worse. Yeah, I'm sure there's people that are probably more similar to that. I
But
don't know
but
how
that makes
all mine's a
sense though in
strong-
my mind because
Yeah.
they're so vastly different to me. But an animal described as being colorblind,
It's weird though.
this camo's right in together where orange is supposed to be the most recognized color, which is why all the workers' vests are all orange. And a lot of the
I
road
notice
signs are.
I
orange.
notice orange. It's not
Yeah.
like I've never seen orange, and
Yeah.
I've seen green. It's just those specific tones, which I'm sure is why
sure
they do
made
that.
them those exact.
Yeah. And then these two, which blue and orange or blue and purple, always look similar to me.
They
but
are
usually purple,
semi-similar colors, though. I mean,
well, it's blue. Purple's blue with red in it, and I don't see red very well. Like, pink pops way more. Oranges pop way more. I mean, reds probably pop way more too. But yeah, but usually purple's darker. That's usually how I can kind of guess if it's purple or not. And I can kind of tell. Like, I can see some mixtures. Like, I could tell if I looked at the Duncan Trussell thing, like, I would know, that that's purple and not blue. Well, part of it. Some of the text, anyway.
that had to be a nightmare sign for you. It's purple and pink.
No, but they're lighter. Like, the pink is lighter than the purple. And pink would look more like gray to me, which I'm sure if I put the glasses on, the pink would fucking pop.
It's like a purple pink too. It's not even like a full pink.
Yeah. So like I can see a lot of colors that I've already been able to see, but I just see them better. So it's almost like the blue blocker glasses, where they kind of like magnify,
it brightens everything up. Yeah,
it's kind of like that, but it amps up the saturation a little bit more. Where like. It's a pre-HD kind of just washed out look to an LED 4K. But
now
I like them. I didn't get emotional at all, but I like watching the videos. I get emotional.
Yeah.
But I think they have different color blindness than me. Like if I didn't see what a lot of they didn't see, like they were seeing like the red and yellow were looking similar. Like that's crazy to me. That would be crazy.
Well, the one kid I remember him like
I've seen a bunch
petting grass and shit. It's like it's so green. I was like,
So, but I mean, there's different kinds. So it's
maybe they were more severe. Or
I'm
whatever.
sure the guys that have and girls that have my kind don't have those emotional. Because it's not dramatic at all.
Yeah.
Because I've seen these colors. It is surprising with that, but I could tell. Like it takes me a second to kind of look at it in good light to see which one's green, which one's orange.
Have you went back and looked at any of like the comics that you've read?
I haven't really done any of that stuff yet. Haven't
because I mean
haven't watched movies with it with them on yet.
I think going back and re-looking through like the Law Dog ones since they're so bright and vibrant and shit, I think that would be.
Yeah,
I would probably be like looking at them all.
But it's not that. It's just going to look slightly better.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like it's not going to be as dramatic as I think a lot of people that have the color blindness.
Well, I mean, some of those people's reactions were almost on par with like a blind person being able to see again. It was like
that's why I was like,
oh my god!
When I got the glasses, I was like, I don't know, like what is this supposed to do?
Am I supposed to cry?
So it's like when I put them on the first time and I looked at the balloons because I did the unboxing video and I was just like, well, I gotta see if they fit. First off, because that suck horrible. It's like they are a little tight, but I think they're I could that's all fixable. But I noticed right off the bat that oranges got way more noticeably orange, and then just I mean it's hard here because everything's dead.
Yeah,
like it's
you
fall.
Got these right at the time where everything turned brown.
Yeah, so
everything's brown.
Yeah, so it's it's whatever, but in spring it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to that, and
then
but
it's gonna be winter where everything's white, and then so spring will be nice once the
But I'll watch movies and shit, and maybe it'll be, but I haven't really had much opportunity to wear them, just because it gets dark so early, and
I mean, it's 4:30 right now, and it's almost.
Oh yeah, it's actually not too bad right now.
But I mean,
it's going to be
within
dark
20 minutes
by the time we're done with this. Yeah. You can just tell by the lighting in the studio. Like when it's daytime, we get light comes in through here a little bit.
Light comes in through the other window,
so you see differences there. But so they work for sure. So, and I even looked at some of the Photoshops and stuff like that to see like red face and everything. It's like, man, like I can definitely like on the the See No Evil, Hear No Evil one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that one's pretty noticeable. I could almost notice that once you pointed it out. I could kind of notice it. But I have a new technique how I'm doing it anyway. I'm not trying to do sliders to try and match color, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm just repainting the face. I'm grabbing a color like the one where you were who just got knocked out? The super black dude.
Oh.
Against
Uriah Hall?
No.
Oh, Brunson.
Yeah. Cause
Yeah, I looked a lot like Brunson. I mean,
yeah. I just grabbed his color and just painted over your face.
So black.
It's a different technique. Digitally, yeah.
Just got black.
But in the picture, it's anti-blackface picture because you just got knocked out by an Aussie, which apparently blackface is clearly not as offensive there.
Not there.
Well, maybe it is now.
Well, I'm sure to some people it will be forever, but
Oh yeah,
they're a little bit different people, and
they didn't have slavery of black people. I mean, they had Aboriginal things, but like they didn't have our history. Like they didn't have the Confederate South and the slave trade.
They really murdered.
They had
a lot
different
of
shit.
Fucking Aborigines.
They had different shit though. Yeah, well, sure. We killed a lot of Indians too. Here, well, not we, not me. I haven't killed any Indians.
I fucking did it.
I haven't killed any yet. I haven't been
only
promoted.
Kevin Costner though.
I haven't gotten Trump's new kind of how you graduate with this new system he's got. But yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit different history here. I mean, even like minstrel shows. That was art. That was a United States thing. That wasn't like a French thing or an Australian thing. That was our thing.
I don't know.
That was the entertainment, the racist entertainment that went on back in the day. Yeah,
just here.
Yeah,
I'm sure there was racist entertainment everywhere.
Yeah, but different kinds. They weren't doing blackface with the white lips,
the Sambo face.
Yeah.
Which, hilarious enough, there are still products in Australia called Sambos.
Yeah, but
with that face
means different. There's
No,
probably
with the
products here that they have products called nads from us or from I guess New Zealand, which that's slang for nuts, or it used to be in the 80s.
Yeah, you
Nads.
got hitting the nads, bro.
But there, it's like a waxing cream, like a non-heat waxing cream.
I don't think anyone's saying nads anymore.
No, but that's if somebody were to say nads.
I knew exactly what you meant.
Product,
I knew exactly what.
Yeah.
Not the product. I knew what you meant.
I mean, like
hitting the nads, bro.
Yeah,
because cursing has been weird just for generations of like what. Well, that's different families
slang.
would let you say and wouldn't let you say.
Boner. There was a character in a TV show during the same time Boner was the dick version of Nads.
Boner was on Growing Pains.
Yeah. He was like the cousin or something like that.
He was the best
he was
friend
like the stoner.
of...
He was the non-stoner, but he was like that kind of like goofy kind of guy.
Yeah, he was the goofball
tall,
best friend.
Kind of an idiot.
He wasn't tall.
Thin?
He was just
Boner?
an average dude.
Right.
And
I could be thinking of a
he's
different
a little
show,
shorter
actually.
than Kirk Cameron.
Right. Oh, yeah. No, I was thinking of a different show.
And then Charles in Charge, he had his fucking that Ames guy who was his like the sidekicks always like kind of dumb, a little less attractive than the
not
main
necessarily, because like Wonder Years, his sidekick was a nerdy smart kid.
Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
but he
like
was
smart kids.
He was still a lesser of the two.
Well, yeah, he didn't have cool voiceover shit. And like Winnie never gave a shit about him.
You know who did the voiceover for that?
It wasn't it the Wasn't it the dad in that show?
Nope.
I forget.
I'm almost
I remember I tried to
positive
rewatch
it's Harry from Home Alone.
Oh, okay.
Not
the
Joe
gangly
Pesci
guy, yeah.
But the gangly guy.
Yeah. The other soggy bandits.
Yeah. The
Something
wet
like that?
bandits.
Wet bandits. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When they brought it to, like, the best part of that show, sadly, like, because they brought it to Netflix, but they had to get rid of the intro song because they never got the rights for all the digital distribution and shit because it never existed. The What Would You Do?
Yeah.
Just, I don't know the name of the song. What would you do
if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me?
So they have like some generic. I think they have some generic rip-off version or completely change the song altogether. But it's like it's just like the best part of that to like start off that show with that like a great song with the home video clips and everything.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hit the same.
I used to watch
it's
that
like
show
been
all the time.
20 years. Yeah.
I can't get back into it.
I couldn't either. For me, I mean, maybe it's just because it's been so long, but it's like without that intro, it's not the same. It's like I'm not watching Growing Pains.
I will say
or, Wonder
though,
Years.
my masturbation in early years had a lot to do with Winnie Cooper.
Yeah, I probably unloaded some to her. I remember jerking off to like all kinds of
Topanga
I
from
remember,
Boy Meets World
had
a
for
few
sure,
runs in my fucking spank bank.
Yeah. I remember jerking off to what's that? The spin-off of Cheers, the psychiatrist
Frasier?
one. Yeah, like just because didn't have cable, right? So it was like
Did you jerk off to Lilith?
probably just whatever chick was on screen.
Because there was the friend or he worked with her or something.
Well, the producer was a chick.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about.
It was just
like
any,
she was cute.
any female because this is the only thing I could get. This is what I would do because I thought I was like smooth and I was raised by my mom, so it's like I was on my own with all this shit. Like I've got to go covert. She can't know what I'm doing because I do not want her knowing what I'm doing. This is clearly something I know deep down in my DNA that like probably moms don't want to know about your masturbation shit. So I would like take baths and I would take my little black and white TV and I would bring it into the bathroom to watch a show, whenever those shows were on is when I would take my bath. And then I would jerk off. And I probably had other things too. Like I know I had playing cards at one point. I remember I found some parts of porn magazines. It was a while before I think I stumbled upon my first actual magazine.
Ooh, the Saved by the Bell
like,
girls.
Yeah,
I think pretty much all of them had
but
a few
those were
runs.
always like the time that show came on. I was like, I'm not jerking off Saturday mornings or whenever. Fucking.
Well, Saved by the Bell was like a right after school one forever. It was like 3:30.
Well, they had
you just get right home from school and be like, I'm going to the shower.
No, it was always nighttime, and it was always like sitcoms. I remember News Radio, which is really weird.
Jerking off to Rogan?
I just thought of it. I never should have got rid of that Rogan doll that I used to have back at the old studio.
Can't move everything.
Can't. Especially that one. It's too full of cum. Dried, old, just like
a cum tank.
Plastered in there. That's what he could have been.
If you break away the entire outside, there's still a plaster mold from the inside.
Yeah. But it always took forever. Because it's hard to jerk off to sitcoms. Because there's not a lot of nudity. You're really trying. You're seeing. What I would do is I'd see the chick, in the show, and then it's like, okay, now I'm trying to like, in my completely inexperienced mind, I'm going
Working
to
on
direct
scenarios.
Yeah. It's like, I found, and then she goes on a table, and then I fucking do shit. It's like I didn't know where the vagina hole was or anything. It is a rough time, people. Way before cell phones. I remember the first time I was able to I think I probably copied porn onto a phone before you could actually access porn on your phone.
Yeah.
Like on my Trio or some shit. I remember chopping I don't remember what Trio it was, but it was just before the iPhone came out, and then they went Trios basically became just full PDAs. Had the keyboard on it almost looked like a BlackBerry. But I got some software that could rip video into that format, that 3PG or whatever the fucking weird format was, and they had a length, so it was I ripped Fight Club, and it was in 10 or 20 minutes, probably 10-minute segments. I remember just watching Fight Club at work on my phone. It was the coolest thing. I probably put porn on there too.
Well, why wouldn't you? And then
you could.
And then people started trading GIFs and
Yeah, like all of that stuff came like, fuck, man. I mean, on your computer, you would get shit. I mean, you get anything on your computer at that point. But on your phone was next level. Nobody was doing phone. Nobody even had, like, people just had small phones. Small phones were the thing. Like, oh, I've got this little tiny, but I had my calendar on. I did work on my shit.
I remember when the phone got as small as it was going to get. Verizon had that, I swear to God, it was this big. And
like
it was
blackjack or some shit. Oh, yeah, there was super.
And all the girls were like, check out my, no dude I knew had.
The Razor was huge because it was thin. It was a thin flip phone.
But it was fucking, once you opened it, it had a big screen. It was nice, but it was thin so it could fit in your pocket.
Yeah.
Like, I remember my first cell phone.
But the screens were they didn't have, you didn't use them for anything.
Was just it was like a block.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like a Nokia. It was like bigger than the indestructible Nokias from back in the day.
Yeah, I had like the smaller Nokias.
Yeah, it had a green screen. Mm-hmm. There was no color in the screen.
Yeah, I didn't have color. It was like Game Boy.
Yeah.
Like early Game Boy.
And I was late in the cell phone game. That wasn't early.
No. I got my first cell phone.
That was 01 maybe.
Yeah, I got my first cell phone. Yeah, probably 2000. Yeah. 2001. I hated cell phones because people were like, "Oh, you're just talking everywhere." Well, now nobody talks on their cell phone. It's great. They just stare at it while they're going down
there's
the street.
Still a lot of people who talk on their cell phone, and they all come into my restaurant, and instead of actually responding and ordering, they're like, "Oh yeah, and I'm like I wish they could feel my hatred. Like, it's just, I want them to somehow feel, and then look at me without me having to say anything, and realize, wow, what I'm doing is kind of completely rude.
They don't. They don't.
No, they don't. But I want that to happen.
It's never gonna happen. They don't give a fuck about like when people go into stores. A majority of people, they're going into a place where they can treat humans like slaves.
Well, they think that's
as close to slaves
what
as
they're
possible.
spending money on, I think. In their head, they're like,
oh,
well, I'm paying
you.
this much for the product and this little bit extra so I can talk to these pieces of shit however I want because I think I'm above them because they work in retail.
Yeah. Like, well, fuck you. Well, shit, man. We have fights to watch. So I say we wrap this up. It'd be a rare one that we don't even do a UMC. Or you want to try and do a 10-minute UMC? Say fuck it.
Yeah.
We'll just do it. We'll do it next week. So anyway, people, because before we get out of here, I want to hook you guys up with some shit.
We're going to give them shit?
Kind of. I mean, there's probably like The Help is a book available in audio form.
Ooh, I bet Everybody Poops is a book that's probably in
If you need to get a children's book in audio form, you have so many problems, bro.
What if it's for your blind child?
That's what you would have to be, a blind child.
And what if you're the parent?
Of a parent?
What if you're the parent? Yes, you can't read.
It's like, oh, I'm going to use
and your child's blind.
I'm going to use my different voice now, honey. And read you this book.
All of a sudden, they're Morgan
Click.
Freeman.
And then it's like,
Everybody Poops.
Page 1 by Simon & Schuster. So get a free audiobook on us. It's the 30-day free trial of Audible. It's the best place to get audiobooks. If a book has been made, generally, like most of them get put in this place for audio. You can listen. Do you understand what I'm saying?
For audio, you can listen.
Yeah, that's just, remix sentences. You don't need to say things correctly anymore. Trump is president. InspiredStore.com/audible for your 30-day free trial. Choose from a shitload of books and free book on us. Thank you for listening. And also, Onnit, Onnit, they have probably still a bunch of sales going on, I would imagine. If not, you can save 10% on their supplements. Because they don't just sell supplements. They sell workout equipment. They sell foodstuffs, coffee, caveman coffee.
Is this
all kinds
dude
of different
using the squatty potty?
He should be. He's definitely...
he may be taking a giant dump.
I hope so. No, I think he's making fun of the zombie kettlebells. He's just trying to model the smaller weight one.
He wants to be the new head.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's trying to do the ape one because he's like puffed out his face there.
I still think he's pooping, and they just threw a medicine ball there to conveniently block his
bad
cock.
Photoshop. That medicine ball's clearly not there. So you can check out all the things that can make you shit as hard and as clean as that guy. If you want to get supplements, you can take 10% off the total with our coupon code INSPIRED when you check out. You're going to get supplements.
Get some protein
all that
powder
kind
and
of
shit like a champion, like that fucking guy.
That's right. And you can follow Keith at Keith Spurlock 1 on Twitter with the Spurlock Wave.
Patent pending.
Yeah. He probably might need Spurlock, may not. He may have, anyway. And Ray Taylor on Twitter and Facebook.
Better help it catch on.
Instagram. Follow the podcast on Facebook, as well as YouTube, or inspireddisorder.com/YouTube, or youtube.com/inspireddisorder, and Inspired Disorder Podcast on Facebook. All right, people. We'll be back next week with our same shit. Every Monday and Wednesday, new shows drop on YouTube and iTunes. So subscribe, tell your friends. Let's make the wave of waves. Oh, now it's racist.
Oh, shit.
God damn it. All right, peace out, people.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Inspired Disorder Podcast. Embedded signals within this podcast have reprogrammed your natural thinking patterns. Side effects may include lack of inhibitions, erectile dysfunction, anal leakage, transcendental communication with beings from 4 of the 7 primary dimensions. In the event of a tear in space-time, please keep your hands down and feet together. Any loss of life or limbs due to interdimensional travel is not the responsibility of this podcast.